Testing, testing, testing. Let's check out those levels. They look good. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Galaxy Dev Stream. Another Tuesday Galaxy Dev Stream. I'm Alexis. I am happy to be here as your lead engineer, your architect of the galaxy, your... I want to say something silly like host with the most, but that's so trite. Anyways, I love you all. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the dev stream. We're going to be playing some Galaxy today, and then maybe getting to some, like, live lobbies in a bit. I don't have my chat running correctly. Give me a second. I don't know what I'm picking here, but is it going to be Hades? I don't know. Give me a second. I have to find my chat. I swear I had a chat. And it's not correct anymore. This is not... Where is my chat? If I go over here and I close this, and I pop out this chat, is this the right chat? Okay, this is the right chat. And then it goes over here. So I can see it. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. All right, cool. And then I want to be able to see this. Okay. Anyways, how is everybody doing? How is everybody doing on this fine Tuesday? I like Hades better than Dorothy. That was a mistake. I wish I could, like, go back and try again, but I fixed that. That's a little thing you can't do. Do I want Wizard Headmaster or Chief Evil Officer? Some classic gameplay options here. What's my deck look like? Ooh, it's got Mysterio. Oh, these are all the fun cards. They're not necessarily the good cards, but they're all the fun cards. Okay, let's play fun mages. Oh, Fates. I like Fates. I'll set up for later. Gotta take your commons that you want to be in your deck later, or they will go away. If I take Flying Monkey, there'll be less Fates later. So we're gonna take the Fates. Even though Monkey's a better card right this second. Let me make sure this is looking correct over here too. Give me a second. Why do you... Okay. Testing. Yes, okay, I'm on the right account too. That's good. Okay. And you can't see that. And I don't have this over here. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I should be playing a game. What do I want here? These are all kind of not really anything I want to be doing. So Stepmother is like, you know, great, recruit some villains, but I want to be casting spells and then getting mages, and there's not a lot of overlap with recruiting villains there. Gingerbread House is meh. I guess Smee. Smee's not bad. Smee keeps getting bigger on its own, so it's a little bit easier to not replace. So that it gives me a little bit more option to cast spells. Okay, well it didn't get bigger that turn. That's unfortunate. I definitely don't want this, even though, actually, going into turn 3, if this was like the last pick and it was like this, I might take it. Because you're going to want to cast a spell on this. But then you just throw it away. Jack is also terrible for spells, as is Gingerbread. You know what? Let's do it. We've got a full heart. We're fine. I think I just want some strength here. I definitely don't need this in the front. Actually, this might be... Well, let's see what our opponent is. You're more likely to have big back row support going on, and your front row might still have one defense. So I think I'm going to put the smaller stuff up front. That worked out well. That worked out really well, actually. Okay. I can work with that. I'm like facing the wrong way for my camera. That looks weird. Give me a second. Can I tweak that? Like I almost wanna like flip. It's like when I'm just sitting like this. When I'm just sitting like this, it looks like I'm whatever, doesn't matter. Hungry Hyena is probably the best here. Presence of Gaia is okay. It's not enough to get this over the line, but by itself, but it might still trigger. And it's a nice slot buff. I do like spells that have more of like a permanent effect on this guy. But Hungry Hyena is just a ton of value. But mostly only if I take another animal this turn. I'm not going to trigger this turn unless I get a reroll. I think that's a rare spell, actually. I should know these things. Can I get away with the Presence of Gaia this turn? I think I'm going to take the Hyena. I'm going to be greedy. Or not greedy, maybe? Alright, this is good. I'm definitely casting this spell. It's basically a freebie, even though Gel Sunshine would be great. Sure. Okay, and it's an animal. Actually, that works out really well. We'll give Jealous Stepsisters one more turn to stick around. Let's finish the back row, the front row having one slot. Yeah, this works well. We want the smaller stuff. They're going to have smaller defense in front, more likely. I think this works out correctly. I think I want this in the back, specifically. Yeah, we're losing this. Okay, oh, we so close to tying. That was like... That was a pretty wrecking ball way to lose that heart. Like, 2 characters had 1 health left. Ideally, I would cast 2 spells this turn, because this is kind of a weak turn to be taking characters anyways. But, like, Baby Bear's really tempting, Morgan Le Fay's really tempting. Presence of Gaia is still not too bad, though, combined with an existing slot buff. So let's assume we're moving things around so that we're getting our slot buffs anyways. And then combine with this +1 slot buff, that's really close. Yeah, I like that. Let's presence... is that greedy to put it in the middle? We probably want it here, let's be honest. That doesn't mean Stepsisters is staying. Spoonful of Sugar's terrible. That is such a bad extra spell to get. Foul Lich is so good. I think we're giving up on the Stepsisters. Foul Lich is just so much value. This is good. We can work with this. All right. Not a huge lover of Presence of Gaia here. My only rare... This is really the only other option here. Doesn't really go well in the buffed slot anyways. Hey, Rosina, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm doing well. I'm having a very fun, busy day. What do I do with this guy? I think I'd rather just cast the spell, honestly, and get my mage, get the buff. I think we're going to just stack them all here. It's either here or here. Those are my two places for buffs now. But I think here first for now. Chaos. Well, you go in the bin, but at least I get something for that. Okay, well, let's just... We're at the point now where this character can, like, double trade, so I want to keep going a little bit bigger. Ooh, and then Fire-Breathing Dragon there? That's pretty interesting. And Bunny's nice. How's my game going? It's going great. I mean, so far. I've lost a heart, but it was really close. I think we get rid of this spider. Put the bunny here. I like the Smee still on the board. Yeah, this works. What happened when the Dreamer hits the Toy Man? Which Toy Man? Froku Moku 21. How long have I been playing this game? So I actually I made this game. I've been playing this game since it ever existed. I was part of the founding team for the company that makes this game. So I play this game forever. The longest anybody could play this game. I have played this game. Gingerbread Man. Yeah, you get if the Dreamer attacks G-Man, then G-Man becomes a million something, a million whatever. It's a pretty nice time when that happens. There's another card, Spirit of Vengeance, that gets a buff from dying to some amount of damage. And so yeah, if you have Spirit of Vengeance, you're like really hoping your opponent has a Dreamer and attacks into it, and then you get a million for basically doing nothing. These are all not rare cards. They're not rare cards. I'm on a rare turn. I'd like to take a rare card. I guess I take the spell. And Bunny. I cannot say whether I can give you a favor without knowing what that favor is. Anyway, sorry. I got distracted for a second. And Bunny. We'll take the silver, I guess. This is a free treasure. It's time for either Smee or Hyena to go, I think. I'd love to cast the spell, but I'm not going to turn away the free treasure. I'm an artist. I can design Twitch and YouTube assets. Not interested, thank you. We have an art team. If you were a game artist, I could send you to our portfolio manager, but we don't need anybody helping with marketing assets right now. Thank you. Actually, it's a pirate too, so maybe we keep the Smee. Yeah, I think we do that. Ooh. I always like me a good mushroom ring. I don't think Dragon Dice does much for me, although it is nice. It's very powerful. This is the most powerful, raw, powerful card here, I think. But this does more fun stuff, so we're going to take this and hope we get a two-headed wizard. I think these are all arranged correctly. Yeah, I'm super excited by this Anne Bunny. It's going to carry me for a bit here, I think. Where's my Yuck raid? Yuck must be doing pretty well in his lobby. Mighty Mouse, so that my animals keep getting bigger. Ninja and training with the ranged. I think those are the only two things I'm considering. I don't think Fire of Ares is good enough to take over my first epic. We want to get rid of one of these guys. I think it's probably time for Smee to go, just because ship shape, I'd be willing to TLK. Ninja goes there. That's not great. I think I might take Mouse here. Mouse is not a great card usually, but I think I might take Mouse. And then we can get like a bigger Merlin or something in a couple turns. Ooh, I like two-headed dragon. Yeah, ship shape, you can go away. Triggers my Mighty Mouse. I don't think we change anything here. Hey, Yuck! How's it going? Thanks for the raid. How did the final game go? I was just talking about how you must be doing really good in that last lobby because I haven't seen you yet. I'm gonna turn this down just a tiny bit. Easiest fourth place of my life. Okay, well, you do have a way of cutting in right at the set. Yeah, that was good timing on your part. Get rid of this guy. This guy's not buffing. I didn't buff Faye this game, so this is like nothing. Yuck told us we had to come here and watch. You know, you can leave anytime, Bam. It's allowed. I think I want the animal here. There's no epics in this shop. It's the best card for my board right now. It's better than this. None of this is amazing, but it's still doing something. Ooh, a recruit. Is it too late? I think it's too late for Sugar Plum Fairy. I'm certainly not replacing Mighty Mouse with it. I guess I could, like... I'm gonna cycle out one of these very quickly. This is probably bigger this turn than the two-headed dragon. I could gamble with a heart and take +2/+2 to my shop if I put it here, essentially. It's probably not worth it. That's probably just super greedy, but this... you know what? I should cast a spell. I got distracted. I forgot that I had a hero ability. I'm actually going to put it in the back now because I'm thinking there's a chance I go into summons with this fill on the board. A mop next turn would be really convenient. Nightshade. Okay, see that goes with the Mushroom Ring. I'm definitely putting that on the board. Let's put it here. All right. That's exciting. I'm excited by the Nightshade, probably more than I should be. I'm not excited by getting my fill stolen. Well, this is not an exciting shop. Santa Claus, even though a hero, doesn't belong on my board. Mirror Mage is just a little too late. But Bahamut is just, like, tiny. But it is at least legendary, so I'd want to TLK it, so maybe I'm taking it anyways. Replace Foul Lich. Probably better than Mirror Mage. This is... I'm up to Epic, okay. I might get Mirror Mage for free anyways. That's actually another reason to take Mirror Mage, is just like, so I can get the silver off of the ability. And it doubles up the ability. You know, Mirror Mage is just so much better than Bahamut, like, right this second, except for the transform. I think I can just do that. Maybe we can bounce a TLK off it or something. Well, this is kind of dull. Okay, where do I want my slot buffs? I think specifically if I'm going to do Fire of Ares and it's this turn, I'm scared about Phil being a little too small on attack, so I think this is where this is going. Where else do we get it? Oh, in front. Okay, I can take that. I still like the biggest character first, and then something that's going to die, so Phil's more likely to be attacked. Am I low? I hope maybe I didn't fix my Frickin' MMR. Oh yeah, I'm really low. I should fix that. Okay. This is just a test game. Nobody is, let's go all the way to 3,000. Why not? It's more interesting there. That won't fix it for this game. But I've been doing a lot of testing, and I've conceded probably 100 times in the last 48 hours in those test games. And that really does a number on your rating. Of course I use my real account. Why would I use a test account? That's silly. Whoa, can I have that dev menu as well, please? This one here, the one that says Warp Zone on it. This is absolutely not something that anybody can access. This is a password-protected type of situation where it's very well sealed, I promise. I'm not joking about that. Like, the endpoints are access protected. It's a really cool dev menu, though. There's another dev menu. Yeah, 102. I wish I remembered more, though. Up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B, select, start. Yeah, I have some more stuff in here, too, that's pretty fun, too, that maybe I'll play with someday. I wonder if I hit the... You know, I'm not going to do it in the middle of a game. We're not going to show off our dev tools in the middle of a game. Oh, this is nice. It's not amazing. Do I just cast a spell here? And then we get a Epic Mage, which might be Mirror Mage, and it would have the Twinkle Twinkle buff on it. Why is that 10-10? Oh man, that's big. Actually, that's really good. I didn't realize it was up to that big number. Ooh, Mysterio. Of course I play Mysterio in this list. Okay, so this is great to Mysterio. This is fine. This is great. Oh, this is silver, so that kind of sucks. This is great to Mysterio. I don't really want to Mysterio this, but I'd rather Mysterio this than put Mysterio on the board because I want to get it silvered and goldened. And I'm fine giving up on this quest. It wasn't like a super critical quest, nor was the bouncing super critical. So yeah, I think I just dump it in the bin. It's too bad I lose the buff. Do I just take the random legendary and then I could get Mirror Mage later? I don't really want Mirror Mage later. Yeah, let's just do it. Into the bin. Alright, Captain Hook, Mop, Kraken. Oh, we got Kraken with +12/+12. Oh, that's exciting. Hey, Yuck, you want to tell everyone about how, what happens when you transform a Mighty Mouse into something with a buff? This is great. I guess we do that. This has a buff. That's worked out well. Yeah, I did it. Look at that. +12/+12's not, you know, the most ridiculous thing ever. But, what's the default? Is it 5/5 or 8/8? I don't know. But the point is this is higher than the default because I got the mouse to trigger a couple times. And that bonus carries over, right? So, like, I think I triggered the mouse twice, so it had +4/+4. And so the Kraken went from +8/+8 to +12/+12. Yeah, it's like, it's not secret in the sense that, like, it's an intended feature and it's going to stay that way and we don't hide it. It's, you know, if you read the details of our wiki, it's probably in there somewhere. But it's not, we don't scream this. Like, so transforms keep their buffs in this game, right? So if I cast True Love's Kiss on Sorcerer's Mop, right, I'll get a secret rare. Ooh, secret rare. Don't tell anyone. Sorcerer's Mop will go up to secret rare, and Sorcerer's Mop, I think, is natively an 8/8 or something like that. It has some buffs on it, right? It has that +6/+6. Whatever secret rare character will still have that +6/+6, right? And so when an ability buffs itself, that's also just another type of buff, right? The ability, like when Mighty Mouse triggers, it says whenever you take a hero or an animal, increase this ability by +2/+2. So it's literally a buff, right? This the ability Under the Hood triggers, and part of triggering is it creates a buff my ability by 2/2 buff on Mighty Mouse. So when you transform it, that just sticks. It just goes with whatever. And you know, some abilities, some cards don't have, like Sorcerer's Mop doesn't have a ++ ability on it, so like it doesn't do anything. But if I had gotten Captain Hook would say Hunt +24/+4, right? Because the ability would carry over, and it did that for the Kraken. That's why the Kraken's bigger on its ability than usual. Right, Mimic's another case where Mimic gains ranged or sneak, and if you transform Mimic, it'll carry over. That's another type of buff. So any buff that is on the character has been applied to the character permanently, not like slot buffs and stuff. Those carry over in the sense that the slot's still there, but you don't like double up on it, right? Prospero's pretty big. I would be replacing Bahamut or Anne Bunny, depending on whether I wanted a legendary or a bigger card. I could take the rare treasure. I don't really need a rare treasure at this point. I think I just take the bigger character. And this is still my TLK target right now. I don't want to TLK this yet. Like, I might eventually, but I'm not quite ready to give up on Mop as an option. So yeah, I think we replace the Anne Bunny. Alright, so we're hoping the Kraken gets to get a hit off. Clones has popped, so we don't really know how scary Clones is this turn. This is the turn they just got 3 free treasures, so, like, they could be amazing right now. Also worked with Magnificent. Yeah, if we're going to any buffs, like, oh, that worked out really well. That was, like, a really close fight. Big Hercules buff, Looking Glass Worms. Yes, that would absolutely work. You could turn Hercules into the biggest whatever ever. Wormscale is not as exciting of an option for that, in my opinion, because that one already has an infinite combo that everyone knows with Pixie Dust. So, like, oh, look what you did. You did a really big Wormscale. Guess what? You did the same thing everyone else did a different way. It's cool still, but, like, I feel like I'd be going for something like Hercules into, like, the Kraken, right? Like, give all 3 front row slots plus 1,000,000 E plus 1,000,000 E. Like, that's, like, you can't get that any other way, really. Like, I guess you could technically do the Wormscale thing and then turn Kraken into a Fae as well through World Shrub, and then maybe you have it, right? Like, you can go up to a lot more hoops. Too late for Boon Willow. Pardon me. This is, like, somehow the most enticing option because I haven't got my Legendary Mage yet, but it's such a bad spell. I guess we want to get Prospero off this turn, so we could either do that, or we could hope that this triggers before it dies, which puts it at 95, so this would just get it over, but I don't want to put a slot buff there. How about this? How big is this? Is that going to do it? Oh, it's so close. I really don't want to put this in the first slot. I really want the Kraken to go off. Yeah, let's put it here. I don't love this. Actually, I don't need the Sorcerer's Mop right now. How big? Oh, these back row slots are so tiny, too, so it's definitely not going off this turn. Okay, I give up. I'm going to put the buff on the Kraken, because I actually want the Kraken to slay more than anything else. I think I might take the treasure here. I guess Stroke of Midnight actually is interesting for just making sure this goes. Is it going to get this off? It will get this off. Okay, so yeah, that's just to make sure Kraken slays. I think this is worth it. I'm also taking that down, obviously. Herkin to Merlin is really fun. All right, there we go. We got the trigger. I hope. I didn't see an exclamation mark, but it doesn't do it until the next shop. There we go. Okay. Groovy. Okay, these are actually... Oh, Hand of Midas is interesting with a Legendary Mage coming up. I guess it wouldn't time it right. I would have to have a shop that started with a spell. I don't have any free spell effects. Okay, so that's not as exciting. So I could give it plus 50, plus 50. Or I could buff my 2 villains. Like, this is a bunch of stats right this second, but this is, like, super exciting with a trigger coming. I'm going to take the free plus 50, plus 50. Is that wrong? Is Hand of Midas just, like, correct? I have, like, no treasures. I think it's supposed to be Hand of Midas if I'm not being greedy, but, like, this is, like, so much more fun. This is possibly one of my favorite cards that I don't think is actually really that good, is my guess. Like, I never hear people talk about it or get excited by it, but, like, this is one of my favorite cards as far as just legendary treasures go. Yeah, Midas is probably correct. I don't care. I love this card, too. I get so excited by Jack's Magic Beans, and I can't even necessarily explain why. I don't think I want Titanium more than just casting the spell and getting my mage with another turn of picks to go. And I certainly don't care about the parrot, although it is funny. Lightning Bolt. What do we get? We get Elminster. We get Giant Elminster. That's exciting. We definitely replace this crap. I mean, Sorcerer's Mop is just as good a TLK target as Bahamut, because Bahamut has actually got no buffs on it, whereas Mop actually does. Do I just silver here? Like, Mixo is not... There's no real great target. I don't actually care about Mop enough to spend a spell on it yet. Okay, the game really wants me to Mixo. So I think I still leave it in the back just because, like, there's so much slot buffs here that, like, the Mixo isn't going to be great anyways, and so I'll just leave it in the back, and if it turns out great, it turns out great. If I'd swapped him, that would have been so much better. Alright, well that worked out. Another Mixo. But I don't really have anything to Mixo. I'm certainly not going to get this off. This is just a thing. I might take the Stinky, actually. Stinky would be better than Prospero. I'm not going to give up Mop now that I've put effort into it. I think I'm going to take the Stinky. I don't see myself losing based on the opposition, but, you know, whatever. Maybe I True Love's Kiss the Mop now because I'm not doing anything with it. Actually, the Minster's better. The Minster has more stats buffed onto it. It's got +50/+50 from the beans. I did the beans thing. Now it's a giant ghost armor. Look, we're just winning, okay? We're just winning. I essentially want this to land on anything but the Kraken, so that works well. Okay, this guy's kind of doing something. Oh, that's a giant hook. He's also doing dead, so... what do we got here? Through the Looking Glass. I would not mind Through the Looking Glass here at this point. Just for fun, really. Actually, let's do it here. Kraken's done, and we'll see if we can find something else fun. Or we could get Long John's Bronze. Why not? Double isn't really... I mean, it's... I could get a really big ghost armor. It's probably better for just winning. Yeah, let's just win. Let's get this game over with. All right. How is everybody doing? Do we have enough? I don't know if we have enough people here for live lobbies or not. I'm happy to try. I haven't really seen any of the regulars other than, I guess. Okay, here we go. We've got a few. We've got Than and Thuff stuff coming along, and Bam might be here for all I know. We can try. We can see. Let's see if we have enough to at least get to. If it doesn't work, we can go back to async. Let's see if anybody's hanging out. These are for anybody. You don't have to be a quote regular unquote. Live lobbies are fun for the whole family. I mean that with all sincerity. I have played live lobbies with my family and friends, and it is really fun. Just be on the same room on your phone, like yelling at each other for hunting you, or for, like, you know, casting Stroke of Genius on you, or getting a giant Herc on you, or playing Santa. But nobody plays Santa. Don't play Santa. It's bad for the family. It will destroy your relationships. Oh, if you TLK Long John, does he still have the... Yes. I was actually going to mention that. I was considering, like, I should keep Long John because I can TLK Long John again and it would still have the +4/+4 buff, right? Which isn't enough to keep him around for, in and of itself, but it's fun. Do I want to do a Maximus lobby or do I want to do a Jack Sparrow lobby? I'm not really in a Jack Sparrow mood. Let's just do Maximus. Do I have a custom deck on this guy? I don't. Let's do Villainous Mages. Does this look offensive in any way to me? Oh, I don't really like Elminster. I do like Mysterio. You know what? Let's do it. Let's just take the starter deck and see how it goes. I take this as a challenge to play Santa. Well, you know, you do you, and you can be judged on your own merits. All right, what are we doing here? We have the new first pick, Wind-Up Toy, one of my favorites. In particular, great for potentially trading 2 for 1, which is what I want. I need my enemies to die. more so than usual. I think I just take the Worm Tongue. It's got decent stats, and I like villains. Yeah, let's just take the Worm Tongue. I have a reputation as a Santa player. Have to keep it up while I still can. That is fair. See, look at that. There we do. We 2 for 1. We do some damage. We get all our triggers. There's the villain I was thinking of, but these are also totally fine for like 2 for 1-ing in the early game. Really, this is just like one more turn of that, and this would need a support, but then this becomes really good at killing my opponent's stuff. I actually think I like the Jack better than the Evil Stepmother here. I think I'm gonna take the Jack. I'm not like that worried about the treasure. We'll find other ways to get treasures. Ooh, can I afford a Mysterious Egg? I mean, I already needed a support for this guy. Mysterious Egg just really says you better find a support next turn. We can do this and guarantee it gets attacked first, but it might not be alive. Is there any better? Let's do this. I like this better, I think, this turn. And then we want, what, this? Yeah, okay. Well, that didn't work out. We get to kill all but one. That's not too bad. Pumpkin Spice Latte, I'm pretty sure is the pick here. Yeah, that's fine. There's no way I'm casting You Meet in a Tavern here when I have exactly the card I'm looking for. I don't think any of the... I mean, this is actually pretty solid, like, right here. I mean, I would do that, but... That's actually pretty solid, but it really, really starts leaning into supports in a way that makes me super uncomfortable. But I don't need the Silverjack. Silverjack is, like, whatever. You know what? I'm going to take this, and even if it's just a turn of strength, I really want to be getting that tick up, or ticking that counter down. Oh, ooh, that could have been so bad if that monkey had been just a little bit bigger. Yeah, monkey being nerfed to a 2/2, like, makes a big difference on Jack Frost, which is the one I really would have... Well, I guess I'd rather this die than this die on this board, but normally Jack Frost on that turn exactly is doing way more work. I think I just cast the spell on the egg. I mean, I could take the chameleon, but, like, what am I replacing? The toy? I think I just want the egg to be bigger. Which means that I want something to replace here at this point. We could do this too. That's the other option. Do I just take Peter Pan? I think I just take Peter Pan. I just need to survive for the egg for now. Okay, let's just take Peter Pan. Oh, no, I didn't want to put it on the board. That's supposed to be a wind-up toy. It's not that bad. I'm glad I didn't, like, replace the Jack or the egg by accident. I meant to bank the Peter Pan. Okay, this is gonna hurt. I don't think there's any upside to doing this. I think this is just better. Do not hit the lion again. Jerk. I was so close, actually. I think if Jack had done more damage and then this had killed the lion for free, that would have been a lot better. Okay, Ogre Magi's good. We need to be getting rid of, like, all of this. Not that you were ever supposed to be on the board. I'm actually kind of tempted by Silver Worm Tongue, but I don't know all the villains it would bring me. Probably because, like, I've got garbage, like, that's almost better. Yeah, let's do, this is probably better, since if one of them sticks around, it's going to be Jill Sunshine. We could take a turn off for Slash. I can afford... Well, it's certainly better than Peter Pan. Something like this? That's a little weird. We're going to replace Jack Frost anyways, aren't we? Probably? Yeah, okay, let's do that. I guess there's an option, like, this guy is so big, maybe it's supposed to be like this. That's probably actually better for this turn specifically. Davy Jones for sure. Is it time to replace Jack in the Box, or are we doing away with Jack Frost now? Where would it put? I guess you could do this. This is actually not bad. This is actually not bad. Okay, I like this. I might... but I do want this supported by Jill Sunshine. That's kind of awkward. Maybe this... No, that's terrifying. Oh, this is actually really... there's like a lot of interesting positioning. I guess I could put Davy back here. I mean, if it doesn't die, I'm in good shape. Like, if I'm surviving the fight... If Davy survives back here, like, I've kind of already won. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that. Okay. Oh yeah, great. I wish I had taken the, I wish I'd had the, health. Keeping the health around for one more turn would have helped a lot with, this nonsense that's about to happen right now. Thanks a lot, Santa. Your reputation precedes you. All right, what are we grow-doing? Probably just the Magi at this point. What did we get 2 shops for? Oh, our free bonus shop, right? This is actually probably better than... I mean, I really want to get rid of Jack in the Box at this point, so... What am I replacing here? I think I just replaced the Jack in the Box, actually. And then Jill can go soon. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, True Love's Kiss. Oh. Wow. I don't think there's any world where I can justify taking the Golden Prince. It's not even something I care about. But I'm like already... Okay. Let's do it. The Kraken. Alright, you need to slay. Is Lost in the Woods... I mean, sorry, is Boon Willow good here? It's what? +2/+3, so it's actually... more support? Yeah, that's great. 9/6. This guy is slightly bigger than Slash, and I don't have time to get fancy anymore, so I think I'm gonna replace the Slash. Alright, we got this guy anyways. Sabrina's interesting too. I don't think I care about the mage thing anymore. I mean, I know it's a mage deck, but I'm not really doing mage things, so I think I just take the treasure. Widow's Web is timely. This is really good here. Wow. That's so much stats. Do we swap these now? No, this is still in the biggest slot. Alright, let's see if we got big enough. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that was a turn. Well, we have some solid resistance from the ranged character in the back, so we only do half damage. Half heart damage here. This goes with the Boon Willow, I guess. I mean, the thing is, like, now the front slots are bigger, so, like, you can actually make your board bigger. Maybe I can find, like, a mushroom ring, and then it would actually make sense to have this Boon Willow in the front. That'd be hilarious. I think I want a Blessing, I guess. This is just, like, not really anything I want. I mean, Sparkles is probably better than this guy, so yeah, sure. We'll do Sparkles. Fire of Ares, I'm much more excited to put on the Boon Willow slot. Let's do that. I don't even know what this guy is doing here. He's just, like, waiting for me to find a toy, and he's just so sad. Look how grumpy he is. Is my art loaded? Graphics. Okay. Interesting. Just looks, like, slightly off. It must be my eyes. Okay. Yeah, we're just, like, just a little bit above the tempo of the lobby, it feels like. So we don't want this. We don't want any of this. This is all actual trash. Like, I'm taking Tin Man because it's both the highest rarity and I like rare treasures. It makes this guy +8/+8. This is, like, the biggest buff to my board is this Tin Man. Two-headed wizard. I don't think anything else here is useful. Like, this isn't useful and doesn't play on the board since I didn't get the mushroom ring, but like, maybe next time. Yeah, we're just playing like big chonky characters. I guess I can't complain. I don't know how long that'll last. I haven't really found a like end game yet. Oh. Yeah. Okay. I don't really want to double up on Through the Looking Glass. I don't think I have time for a Scarecrow if I don't get really lucky, but like it's probably better than Sparkles in terms of risk versus reward, so I'm gonna pop it on the board anyways. I guess I could take the Robin, but like, I'm greedy. Ooh, double over the rainbow. All right, we got time. We got time, it's fine. Are my front row buffs big enough to move the Boon Willow? No. Well, we know we unless they had a really good turn, I think we're winning this one. So it was a great time to take a Scarecrow and cast double over the rainbow. I'm still needing to find something to do with my board, but the double over the rainbow should help if I find like a mop or a... mop. A hook? I could use a hook. We'll see. Well, that Mockingbird's looking at me menacingly, but I think we've got that. Okay. An Oberon. I didn't even think about the fact that I was going to get my random golden legendary. Yeah, that makes the Over the Rainbow so much better. Also, this is amazing with Widow's Web. Okay, so I think Jill Sunshine is going away. Goodbye, Jill Sunshine. I think it's just Claw. It's definitely not Sword. I don't think I want lots of legendary characters over lots of random treasures. You had to give up on it? Oh, that's so sad that you had to give up on Santa. Do I have a mage? How do I not have a mage? I thought that was a mage deck. Come on, deck. I think I take the legendary. I don't know if it plays. If it does, I guess Boon Willow's not really doing much anymore, but like it's got the potential to do so much that I still think I want to keep it around. Spoiled Prince is just a shiny character. I think I keep Scarecrow for a turn. A pick, I should say. Ooh, I like the silver. That's great. All right, can we get one more extra shop? No, we can't get an extra shop. That's unfortunate. Mirror Mage is not better than Scarecrow. Might be better than Frank's Doctor, to be honest, in terms of just potential. But I think we just keep the Frank's Doctor. Okay, we can put Oberon in front. I like this, and then Boon Willow might get a bigger buff later. This isn't too bad. Yeah, okay, so do we pepper something or do we bank an epic? What do I want next turn? Do I want... I'm getting to the area where toys would actually be potentially a flip, but it's not that great. I really do want to do something with this, like TLK it. So I don't think I care about this. I think we're just going to bank the epic. Can start frontlining the Boon Willow soon? Maybe, but like, you know, obviously then it can just die, right? So like, it's never clear that you're supposed to do that. If there are an odd number of players remaining, does some play like a ghost? In live lobbies like this, you play what we call an evil twin, which is a copy of another live player. But we're thinking about changing that to just be like a ghost, essentially, which would be a dead player, whichever player last died last. Because the evil twins are causing weird issues with pairings that, like, you end up playing the same player twice in a row, and you're like, well, I know I already lost, or I know I already won, and that's just not fun. And if we tried to fix that, it would cause other double ups otherwhere, which is like even worse. So yeah, but in like async mode, when you're playing like when you're not playing live like this, when you're playing async mode against other past players, there are no ghosts because there's no need to. You're the only live player, so we just round robin you, which I think is a great improvement. I think one of the there's a lot of little quiet upsides to async mode that are easy to overlook, and I think one of them is that there's just no ghosts. We just round robin you. It's nice and clean. There's no weird pairing logic. I don't think this is ever big enough. And Scarecrow has a buff on it. I don't... How much is this? This is what, 14? It's actually a decent amount of stats. I just don't think it's good enough. I mean, it's actually better than Boon Willow is right now, technically. And that will keep getting bigger, but not by a ton. Also, this is a good TLK target, too. Well, I mean, I already have... This is probably my next TLK target. Yeah, I think I'm taking it, but it's close. I'm not like... I don't like the Boon Willow just isn't quite getting there for me. I can always find the gold one later. This is fine. I have a few villains. How many mages am I up to? Just the one. It's unfortunate. I'll take the fairy pancakes, I guess. Twinkle Twinkle, Queen of Hearts doesn't do anything. I guess we just... this is actually... Let's get the treasure. I feel like I'm kind of like losing track of doing anything useful here. This isn't quite big enough. I'd rather have the slot buff when it dies. Okay. Like, I'm not anywhere close to dead here, I don't think. But, like... I'm worried... Oh, that's nice. That's very annoying. I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to get back into this game if I don't pivot, like, right now. Well, I don't mind... I don't think I want 100... Like, it's big stats, but it's not going to double trade anytime after, like, this turn. Goldilocks is something. We've got Kraken and Frank's Doctor. Is it better than... I guess Wizard is only slightly smaller and it's buffing everything, so let's take the Goldilocks, I guess. I mean, the thing is we really want, like, this now, which is kind of weird. I think we want Goldilocks maxing value. We certainly want Goldilocks in the back. I could see, like, this. Robin also wants to be in the back. Or here where the Kraken is now. I don't think it fits on the board. This is also, like, pointless. Everything here is pointless. This is just kind of a meh shop. This gives me, like, some stats right now, and I don't love it. It, like, pumps everything by, like, a small amount. I think we're just gonna get silvers into the pool. I probably should have taken Robin. Game taking longer. Gotta go see a patient. I'm sorry. That's fine. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, sorry. I take my time on the live lobbies. I should be clear. I like to talk it through, and I think it's fun. It's a little bit different than normal games, which go very quickly in this. We're gonna take this for the treasure. Do we keep the Kraken now? I think we keep the Kraken. I think the Wizard of Oz is the worst card. Okay, bye-bye. Kraken or Wizard Silver. I'm more interested in TLKing the Kraken. Is Goodie Bag good enough? I think it is. I think we're up to the stage where Goodie Bag is good, so then we want... I think Frank's Doctor goes next, or does Goldilocks go next? I think Frank's Doctor goes next. It would be Prospero, but I want the treasure. We're almost done here. I might do an async after this, or I might do something else. I don't know. So many options. Maybe I'll accidentally spoil something from set 2. We'll be an hour in. It'll probably be a good time to poke at things. Oh. Oh, those are some big characters. We're, I think we're winning this fight, but I haven't looked at everything yet. The Silver Medusa's doing some work there. Okay, we only did half hearts, so they're within striking distance of taking us down. Gotta watch out for that Santa. I think it's just Hand of Midas now. Let's start getting some treasures. Oh, I don't care about this. This is fun. I don't have anything to abuse it, but I don't mind just cycling it. Let's get this... Ooh, double Abra. That's exciting. I kind of like the double Abra. Let's do that. Do I want to silver my goodie bag, I think? Let's do that. True Love's Kiss. I've been waiting for you. Probably the Goldilocks is next to go. The Prospero stats are not natural, so I think Kraken's gonna stop being useful pretty soon too. So yeah, let's start getting out of this miniature. Ooh, that was a... Wow, that was a nice hit. That was a really nice hit, because I have the Widow's Web already, so just everything... This is great. Okay, let's do more spells, I think. I'm looking for more TLKs. I'm looking for everything. I'm looking for so many things. Double Double's nice. Is it time to move the goodie bag into the first slot? I think so. Yeah, okay. I guess I could have goldened the goodie bag. That might have been better. I didn't even see it. I was so excited by Double Double. Okay, so I've got to beat you very quickly here. Are we dealing... We're not dealing a full heart. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Okay. Well, this does nothing, so we're going to take the lucky chest. See if we can golden something soon. Not Cowardly Lion. Do we want to meet in a tavern? It would be a guaranteed legendary, which is exactly what I'm looking for with lucky chests. So let's do that. Conan works. I'm not sure I play it on the board. We've just got so many stats already here that I don't think I can afford to go down like that. Sorry, Conan. Do I stroke here? Is that my option? I mean, I could take Medusa, but like I have so much... I'm doing so much work with just big numbers that Medusa feels not great. And it would have to be in the back. Maybe I cycle Medusa because then I can have a silver in the back later. I mean, Medusa's like better than Prospero. I could do that. That might actually be not bad. Let's do that. Let's get the Medusa. Nah. Am I just taking a full heart here because I didn't stroke? Let's see. We'll find out. Maybe we'll get punished. Well, that's not scary. I can beat that. I didn't need a stroke here. That worked out well. I'm glad I didn't stroke. Wow, I did a full heart too. I'm sorry. I did not expect to be that much stronger. Okay, there's our secret rare treasure over Double Double and Mop and Merlin, I guess, but like those are some choices. Do I want a Mop? Am I enjoying goodie bag enough that I want to make it better? I think I just take my secret rare treasure though at this point. Does that play over the Kraken so that I have a better target? I think it does. Ooh. These are all like really solid. Like they're all stats for the goodie bag. Well, I'd have to double it first. I mean, this is... Wow, these are all just so good. I don't know which one I want, if I'm being honest. Do I have enough treasures that Trifork's not amazingly big right this second, but I do have Hand of Midas and Dwarven Cart and Tiamat's Claw. and Dragon Dice. Oh, this is actually a really tough choice. Kind of wish... I think I'm going to take the Trifork just because I think I need to worry about the long game, and I need the thing that... I don't want to try to just win this fight because I'm going to need to win multiple fights. I think I take 3 1-drops. Ooh, breadcrumbs. Ooh, breadcrumbs and potion. Lots of... Ooh, I wish I was getting all 3 of these, but whatever. Is there any world where pixie dust is good? I don't have worm whatever his name is in this. I think I just take the genie's lamp. Ooh. These are choices. I don't need to spend the ×2 here. I think we just take this and make the next one ×3. Merlin's Tome. Oh, that's so saucy. I love it. I love it. Okay. We're going to be tripling some doubles. Oh, we're needing it too. Like, this is insane. I'm actually kind of glad I took the long power on this one. Because, alright, we're not getting out of full heart damage here no matter what. Okay. Triple Mixo is not really where I want to spend my triple. And I don't think I need it this round unless... I don't know, actually. I don't know if the other player lived or not. Is Sorcerer's Mop big enough to make it worth it? Medusa's not going to be good enough until it's at least silver, so maybe we do take the mop. I don't have any bumps, right? This is a legendary treasure. Yeah, I'd rather not. I'm not worried about taking a legendary treasure. If it was going to be a secret rare, it'd be worth it. I could get a bunch of commons. I don't love that. This would trigger, so we'd get like a bajillion treasures, but they'd all be commons and uncommons, and I'd have to be careful. I've already used my lucky chest. I could get a mimic out of it. You know what? I think it's worth it. I think it's got potential for enough value with all the things going on here. I don't care about Acorn, but thank you. Just gonna get a bunch of treasures. These are all... No Lich's Heart. I was kind of hoping for something like a Lich's Heart, to be honest. Masterwork Scroll. Yeah, certainly not the most amazing sets of treasures. I just got a bunch of stats from Treasure Hoard and stuff that way, though. I think we keep going. Maybe we'll get a better spell to triple. Try again. Ooh, this is a treasure. Is there any world where I play this on my board? This is so greedy if I play it on my board. What would I replace next? I would probably replace Prospero next. Yeah, but let's be honest. I'm looking for a spell to triple this turn, and so like Tin Man being on my board is so bad. Yeah, let's just dump him. There's that double. Okay, I think we hit the goodie bag. I mean, I guess if we double here, if we double the Sorcerer's Mop, then we're split a bit better against scam protection later once we get this, right? This is what I want to. I want all of this. Holy crap, I want all of these things. Oh wait, what if we just Mysterio and like, oh, we already have a secret rare. What could we get? I don't think it could be better. God, there's so much junk in this shop I want. I think we're gonna double here. I think I need that level of power. Alright, let's see if it was enough. This stinky. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat this. I need to be doing even bigger things, and it's just not gonna happen because Wormscale Tinker is busted. Alright. Good game. Good game, good game. Give me a second here. I had... Originally, I was hoping to do this, like, in a really cool way. But, like... I'm not going to do it in a cool way because... that would take an effort. I wanted to show off something I've been working on. It's a dev stream. We're here to show things off. Where's my game? Where's my game? It's fun to show stuff off on the dev stream. So, oh look, I got some stuff. I don't know why I got stuff. You're not supposed to see that. That wasn't supposed to be there. Shh, don't tell anyone. I like to show stuff off. It's a dev stream. We're supposed to show off stuff we're working on. And I've been working on a feature that I'm real excited about. My custom deck. Oh yeah, here we go. You've got this, like, there's this thing in the game where like these cards say, I make a card, fill your board with monkeys. And it's like, what's a monkey? Well, here's a monkey. I actually like it a lot for cards like Mechanical Dragon, where you can see, you know, we don't have to write your characters have +1 attacking. We can take this off. We can just be like, farewell, get a Dragon's Claw. And you're like, what's that mean? Well, it's right here. Your characters have +1 attack. So that's pretty cool. I'm super excited by just this lovely, simple interface that just kind of works the way you expect it to. What is that? That's neat. And just shows you what the cards do up front. So we don't have to like write random text on things. And I can't really show you from here, but like, the hope is that you could click on like Galahad and it would show you what treasure you'd picked. You can click on Busted Bot. I don't know if we're still going to say 2/2 because that's such useful text. But like, I want to see how big has my pilot become? Well, maybe it's, you know, grown because every time I summon it, it gets buffed by Sorcerer's Mop, speaking of. So like, maybe it'll be like, oh, this bot pilot's at 22/22 or whatever. Or like, you know, maybe Raggedy Ann, like, which gets +3/+3 every time. How big has Raggedy Ann gotten up to? Well, it's obviously a 3/3 by default. We're just sitting outside of a game. But this might, you know, be like, oh, it's a 9/9 now. It's a, you know, 24/24. So you keep it around because then you know how big it is. We haven't figured out if we're going to have some way of doing more than one card, but like, whatever. The monkeys are all kind of the same. It's not as important there. It's also good for showing off treasures, like, you know, what does Lance a Little get? Well, he gets Little Lance. I don't know what Little Lance does. Well, I want to look at it. So you can pull it up and be like, oh, right, okay, so each fight, give all your slots +1 attack. So that way you know what treasure he finds. It's really useful. That's pretty cool. I thought I'd show that off there. The fun little dope. And this is obviously going to be in the game, in the deck editor, everywhere cards can be sold and found. You can play with this little thing here. So he's cool. Look at this little puppy. Look at this guy. I've got, just for fun, we can look at this card in a little bit better detail here. We've got from Candylar, the Sweet Set. For everyone who doesn't know, we're going to be releasing Candylar sometime in October. This is our first second set, our first new set ever. So it's gonna, you know, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Speaking as the engineer, it is pushing a lot of limits and a lot of boundaries in ways that we haven't really touched before. So that's fun. I love it when game designers come to me and are like, you know, I just thought we'd just do X. And I'm like, you thought you'd do what? Are you sure? So one of the things they wanted was the ability for cards, as you saw earlier, I still have that running. They wanted the ability for cards to be like referencing other cards without having to write it out every time, right? Like, this is just awkward. Your characters have +1 attack. That's like doubling the text. Half the text is just telling you this thing that you should already know because that's what Dragon's Claws do. So one of the things we wanted to explore was cards that, was ways to put treasures in your deck, essentially, right? We want to put treasures in your deck, right? So we said, okay, well, how can we do that? Well, what if we had collectible characters that have this ability called Treasure Find, where they say, you know, if I find a treasure, I bring along a specific treasure, right? So instead of, you know, if I golden Lance a Little, or I finish Lance a Little's quest, either one works. You know, instead of being offered, you know, breadcrumbs and, you know, Captain's Cutlass and whatever, Lucky Chest. Instead of those, I get Little Lance. I always get Little Lance the first time. If I do both, I get a regular select the next time. So that's basically what Treasure Find does. So this way you have these characters you can put in your deck that bring treasures along with them that you can then build around those treasures too. You can plan on the possibility that you're going to get these new specific treasures. And these treasures aren't in the main pool. These treasures are the Little Lance you can only get from Lance a Little, right? So now you've got this really neat design tool where we can put cards. We have a way for you to put treasures in your deck, but we didn't make the deck interface more complicated, right? We don't want to be in a world where it's like a deck is 12 characters and 5 treasures, right? It's just so much more complicated. And so this is a really nice tool that I think we're going to probably be seeing a lot of in the future. But it's going to be previewing in or coming in Candylar. Candylar, the sweet set, coming sometime in October. It's a really sweet set. I swear. I'm not just saying that because they pay me to. Why candy theme? That's a great question. You know, we wanted a theme that kind of stuck with the general vibes of the game, which is to try to be fun and cute and family friendly while also having lots of room to make silly references and, you know, maybe get a little weird with things here and there. You know, little winks, little nudges, things that, you know, the adults in the room can appreciate. You know, we're for all ages and we intend to stay that way. And candy was just an obvious direction you could go that you could base a whole set around. There's so much you can do with candy. And this particular card isn't really candy themed per se, but there's a lot of stuff in the candy set that is really sweet. So yeah, this card and this mechanic are not necessarily very specific to candiness, but there will be a lot of candy in there, a lot of fun stuff like that. Especially if you buff the treasure. Yeah, so this is definitely one of those cases where if you have a way to get this treasure buffed, especially early, this is just snowballs like nuts, right? It's also, interestingly, a common treasure that gives you a full set of slot buffs, which is, you know, useful for other reasons, as opposed to that basically just wasn't possible at common before, right? You could buff a single slot maybe, but we didn't. We made sure that things like what's the card? There's the card that gives +2/+0 to your team. The name's escaping me right now, but that card would be the same card functionally if it said your slots get +2/+0, but we intentionally don't word it that way because we don't want it to be as easy as taking a single card to get all your slots buffed for things like Ship Shape Inspector, right? We don't want that to be a trivial quest. But this will, you know, get Ship Shape Inspector, but you have to work for it, right? You have to put a character in your deck, a collectible character, and then you have to complete its quest, which is have at least 8 attack during a fight, which is pretty hard to pull off in the first couple turns, but not impossible. And then starting in uncommon, it's not too hard. You can trigger this in uncommon chops pretty easily, which is, you know, obviously way earlier than this is probably just as easy to set up as animals are, if not necessarily easier maybe for the Ship Shape quest. Nice to have yes, Twin Shot, yes. Nice to have more ways to buff slots, so I'm not just obsessing over Hyena and Baby every game. Right, yeah, exactly. Drake's support finally. Here's a neat little full art version. I'm hoping someday to have like a zoom in the game, like something I can click in the game so that I just get literally plaster the whole screen with art. Not as important for the mobile version, just because we're already filling the screen when you zoom anyways, but in the PC version, it would be really cool to just like get this level of zoom in the game when you're looking at cards like in your collection, or maybe like if you're zooming in the game, you can like click a second button. I think this would be like really fun to do. Because it's just the art on these cards is just so awesome when you actually like pay attention to what's going on. Such a little good boy. Look at this good boy. All right. Really quickly, again, I will show off that card. while I look at what else I wanted to do, which is probably pull up my game again. I assume that other lobby is finished. I don't remember if I got 3rd place or 2nd place, but let's see if there's enough people. That treasure is really good for Tinkerer. It's not a million miles from Gravity Well. Go back. Let's see if we have enough for another lobby. Like I said before, these will go a little bit slower than async games because I like to strategize and talk them through. But everybody is welcome. Anybody of any skill level or experience, you're welcome to join. This is just for fun. None of us are definitely competitive and super competitive folks on this stream. What are those your Slack sounds? Yeah, I don't know how to turn that off. Just pretend that's not happening. Yeah, I don't even know. Oh, here we go. Let's turn on the ZZZ button. Great. Okay, cool. That might be off now. Yeah. Sorry. Drake support finally. Why Candy theme? I think I caught up on everything. Sorry if I didn't catch something. We're up to 4, which I'll fire with 4 if necessary, but I'll give people a couple more minutes. Too much UX design, chat. I haven't chatted about UX design at all. Do you want me to chat about UX design? What's the topic du jour? Yeah, no, I've been trying to ignore the Slack chat. I have a job to do right now, and that job is to beat these other 5 people, including Rashi, who should be working right now. Just kidding. Of course you can join my lobby. Ooh, I haven't played Lightning Thief in a while. I have a custom deck with 2 cards in it somehow. That shouldn't be happening. That seems like a minor bug. I don't know how I did that. I have none of the starter deck cards. Yeah, it's probably. Oh yeah, no, that's right. That's right. Thanks, Rashi. No, it's set 2 cards. You can't see them because we're in a... I'm glad I'm playing a set 1 build. So I don't accidentally spoil any more cards. Definitely didn't do that earlier. That was definitely on purpose. Yeah, no, these are probably set 2 cards sitting here. Okay, let's do the 1 deck I have, which is Dragon Army. Sorry to keep everyone waiting. You know I'm always game to talk about UX design. Yeah, well... Rashi is working. Hey Rashi, are you coming in here with a hot new build to test? Is this the updated Loki build? Hint, hint. Did we figure out what's going on with Loki? Did we figure out what's going on with the rewards? It'd be great. Was Glory Hunter called Lance a little in the past? I think it was, actually. I think it was Bleach. Glory Seeker. Yeah, I think you're right. None of these help me with my quest, which is to fill and empty the bottle as many times as possible. I think I'm just going to take the Smee. Glory Seeker I like. I like Glory Seeker. And we definitely want Smee going first. That's pretty easy. I'm on strike until we bring Santa back in Candylar. Okay, well, good luck. I'm going to take the treasure, finding Aladdin. And then I think Baby Dragon, just so big. And then Aladdin wants to gain stats, and then... maybe like this? I should have given you less credit. I'm sorry. Alright, Silvery Moon gives me a treasure, and then it pops... So Silvery Moon lets me silver Aladdin, get a treasure, pop it out, Silvery Moon back out, and then cast it on one of these other commons, which isn't amazing, but it is a lot of stats. And I do get a treasure out of the deal. So I think I'm going to do that. Star Shield, Cursed Ring. I've become more of a fan of Cursed Ring lately, just like it can add up pretty quickly in the early game, but I think I just want the Star Shield with the big attack already in that slot. And I think the Dragon is more likely to stick around at this point. I don't mind putting Twinkle Twinkle in the bottle. It's not amazing. Is Baby Bear... I mean, I guess having a fifth character on board is probably more important. Whatever. Let's get the... I'd really like to do the back slots, but I do not want Smee in the back. Or in the front. Alright, I think I'm just going to do it this way and not think too hard about it. Oh. Apparently I should have put Smee in the front. Thanks a lot. Alright. Pretty close fight. I'm not taking Prince. I don't really want Presence of Gaia in the bottle, but it's like not the worst thing. And it lets me finish my... I don't need it to finish my slot bus. I really want to get Smee out of here. But I don't want any of these. Oh, this is just painful. I guess I do this? I hate doing this, but like, I do not want anything in this shop. Okay, so we get to just build stats, I guess. Ooh, breadcrumbs. Oh, breadcrumbs is nice. This feels so wrong, but like, whatever. I don't actually care if Smee gets to attack, I just care if Aladdin gets the bonus at this point. Okay, that works out. Alright, Rashi. We're getting there. You'll be back to work any day. Alright, I think we just put Lost in the Woods into the bottle. We're going to be casting a lot of Lost in the Woods. Oh, this is like a... I don't care about this, but this is like... I really want this. Like, I don't think I care about a golden Aladdin at this point. I think I'd rather get this on the board. Okay. I'm on mission Flood the Async with Santa. You guys are just like... You're so mean. I think I take Ace of Hearts just so it stays in the pool for later. Because the cards you don't take, there's less copies of, and also it's at the uncommon. And this is just like not an exciting shop. Now that we've buffed everything, I can put the Smee in the back again and put my biggest stuff in front. Oh, but I really need to replace... I guess these two cards next turn is kind of my next goal. Between breadcrumbs and whatever Lost in the Woods is in here, hopefully I can do that. Fighting the good... No, there's no good in Santa. There's no good. Santa is no good. You guys are terrible. I think it's called an agenda when it's for evil. It's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. Or like, yeah, an agenda. We'll work with that. And there's the silver, but it's not triggered. So I think I'd rather Lost in the Woods here, but I might take Nameless One. I think Nameless One is actually the correct one. We can stick that up here where all the slot buffs are. God, these shops are just rude. No rares and terrible spells. I kind of think I take this. I don't love it, but like, I really want Nameless One to hunt here. I guess. This is just so bad. I think this is better. Sure, okay. Politicians have agendas. Are you saying Sorry. I'm not going to complete that thought. Oh, my Nameless One! Meanie. Cheshire Cat. I only have one animal left, but like, it's an epic and I need an epic on my board. Desperately. This doesn't do anything. I guess it does technically do something. I could do like this. It's a little weird. Gets another epic onto my board. I don't think this buff is worth it. So yeah, let's just take another epic and cross our fingers. Like, this is, like, not super powerful, but, like, it's also not that amazing to just stick it in front. Like, it's a whole 6/6. I'm not really worried about it. It'll be awesome if, like, this triggers this. Like, the Cheshire Cat gets bigger, I think. It's a little weird. Should it say give your other animals, like, or should it imply that it pumps itself, even if it dies? I don't actually know how I feel about that. You know what? I'm gonna get real saucy. Get real saucy here today. All right. That was so worth it. Look at this giant dragon. I even won. This cat dragon did some surprisingly good work. I think I take the silver here. I want to, even though the Lost in the Woods is technically more value right this second, I really want to find a treasure. Mimic's actually tempting here because then I get to pump it. I would change out a couple things here. Nameless one can go away. But I do really want the treasures. Alright, I'm gonna take Mimic. I'm being greedy. This is an interesting pile of nothing. Like, I feel like I should want something here. Does anything have range? Nothing has range. I have Treasure Hoard 2. I could get the Sir Francis Drake. I could see that. Maybe I'm supposed to take that and put the Maverick and Ice. Maybe I'm just supposed to get rid of Daisy now. Which would do like this. I guess like this. I mean, I want the Maverick and Icewing to see the hunt. Am I even going to get to hunt? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out if we can hunt. We hunted. And that was close, because there was definitely a non-hunt right there. Okay. So we got our free Lost in the Woods. Burninator. Ooh, I have to take Burninator. Okay. What are we replacing? I think Mimic's not sticking around. But then again, like, neither should Cheshire Cat. I think Cheshire Cat goes next. Krampus survives a hit and gives your opponent... Ah, meanie. Okay, so... None of this does anything. I might just take the Long John Silver. Does he play? Is he better than Mimic? It would be a good TLK target, because I don't want to TLK anything else on this board yet. Okay, so that's a treasure. That's great. That triggers so many things. So yeah, we're going to take the treasure. Ooh. So many saucy things. Gloves of Thieving, Parting Gift, and Poison Apple. We no longer have anything that goes with Parting Gift, but that's going to change very quickly if I pay any attention. Okay, so Gravity Well, Energizer, Merlin's Tome. Okay. Lots of treasures, lots of treasures. Is there any ordering? We want villains to get popped early. Maybe even this. Rashi might be, like, powerful enough that this makes more sense. Let's find out. Let's put the bigger thing. Oh, yes. Okay. This looks pretty solid. Do not... Yes. Okay, good. I was mostly looking for the hunt, because I thought that my stats weren't going to win because of Stinky, but I wanted to get that hunt. Which gave us a Gemstone Garden. That's exciting. And a Pixie Dust. So Energizer's pumping Pixie Dust and Gemstone Garden. And leftover pieces. There's nothing in the bottle. There's a lot going on. A lot of, like, little stats here going on. Okay. I like the double-double. We have a 6-11? Okay, I can work with that. Yeah, Energizer and Gravity Well's good too, because it does this. I think we're Drake in front now. Ooh, I do like the Scalator. And the bottle has this is where that feature would come in handy, where I could click on this and you'd see Lightning Bottle here, and then I could click on Lightning Bottle and you could see double-double over here. That would be nice. Sure would be nice if someone would design a feature like that. Who would do such a thing? Scalator's coming on board. Alright. I do still want the tiny villain in front. Something like this. Okay. Ooh, can you attack here, Drevena? No, 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 wrong order. Wait, where did you come from? Was that guy always there? We're gonna have to check the. We're gonna have to review the tape on that one. I swear to God, Nameless One just appeared out of nowhere, and maybe I just missed what happened. All right. Well, we got some work to do. I think we lost in the woods. I blinked. Nameless One is found in invisibility. All right, it's not just Nameless One, it's like Formless One. Okay, I definitely want the Scalator. We're trying to get to that 100 number, which I guess we could just get next fight if we wanted to. That might be worth it. Ooh. Why do we care about dragons again? Oh, when did we get... We got Timeline Duplicator. I totally missed that. So we have 2 bottles. They both have double in them. We really want to cast that. Why do I care about dragons? Oh, I care about... that's stupid. Is this making dragons appear? Okay, that's dumb. I should fix that. I don't care about this double that much when I have one in the bottle. Actually, putting Mimic on the board makes a lot of sense now. Maybe Dragon's just going to keep growing, too. But this is a better TLK target, but then this will be next turn. Can I go a turn without it? I don't think so. Let's do this. All right, we're looking for, like, a ranged... Ooh, no, I just want treasures. I want to cast the double. Give me treasures. Gimme. The Nameless One disappeared at the start of fight and came back. Weird. Huh. This game continues to surprise me with what the, like, bugs do with the visuals. Like, the visuals have so many weird bugs that I just don't understand. Okay, well. Stats. Alright, so we're doubling the front slot? Yeah, that's the only one that's even remotely logical to do. It is! It's surprisingly on flavor for Nameless One. Oh, sweet. So we also don't need this to be in front anymore. We can do this now, right? Okay, great. It's just big enough. And I'm gonna take my free treasures. And then take everything. We got a lot of stuff this turn. I'm glad I kept the baby dragon. I wish this had ranged. I don't think it does. Just in case I missed it and it does, I'm gonna put it in the back. Farewell. What is our farewell? Oh, right, mercy. Sorry, Bunyan's asks. So we want things in order too. So like this. I think I'd rather have this here and be certain that this is getting the buffs because baby dragon's going away soon. So maybe we do this so that everything hits Mimic. No, that's no better. Okay. All right, Rashi, what do you got? Okay, this is manageable for now, but this is scary. How big is this? Okay, so we need to just get Rashi in the next end fights. Everybody needs to take Rashi down. He's cheating. It's just Worm Scale Pixie Dust, but that's still going to get really out of hand very quickly. All right, lots of treasures. Mixo Macho, I'm not convinced I'm going to be the biggest thing. It is a pretty good thing to copy, though, and to just have lots of them. I don't think I have anything in the bottle. Okay. Yeah, okay, let's Mixo, but let's put a Mixo on, like... do I keep the dragon around? Is that even going to happen? I guess I'd Mixo the Mimic. Oh, I actually want the ranged. No, I think I just want the ranged. I think that's just better. Do I take the second one? It might be time for that. I'm up to this. This would be here, like this. Let's do that. I don't care. I don't want Midas Touch in the bottle. Sneak for Mimic. Yeah, also sneak. But ranged was what I was really worried about. I do not want Silvery Moon in the bottle. I'll wait for my next shop. Let's just... Do I care about this? I don't think I care about the buff, so let's just take the biggest one, I guess. This is fine. Rashi building for the huge Santa party. Yeah. Oh, you couldn't even hit the Sorcerer's Mop. Rude. This is a ghost too, so even though we're gonna crush Rashi here, we're not like doing any damage to him. But we got a Pixie Dust. That's exciting. I don't know what that does for us. Eureka. We have a mage. So yeah, let's put Eureka in the bottle because it's a free shop. This is kind of nothing. This is kind of nothing. I mean, Mockingbird is actually a decent number of stats right here. We could like switch to like a shooting model here. We're done with Sir Francis Drake. Skeletor is a slightly better target for TLKs, so we could do like this. This isn't too bad. Okay. Really want a Tinker? Yeah, I don't think I have a Tinker in the deck. Okay, so that I've seen before, where it just kind of like hitches. All right. Half heart damage, and we got poisoned. I did not want an alchemistry set. Thank you. You can take your present. This is like a white elephant gift. You're like, thanks. You shouldn't have. Not really thrilled. Do we put Lost in the Woods into the bottle? I think we do. And then we're gonna get whatever this special shop is. Do we want the mop? Is the mop... We have the Mockingbird. The mop isn't even that big. I think I'm taking the mop so it sticks into the pool, but I don't think I want it on the board right now. Captain Hook's nice. I don't really have a spot for it. But I might take it anyways, just to have, like, more options later. Might be better than Skeletor. Just Hook. Yeah, I think I'm just going to bank Hook. I'm not quite ready to stick it on the board yet, but it's a pivot I might need later. Sure, let's just get some treasures. Boots of Magic Find. Eureka. Do I just take more treasures? Like, I'm just gonna get so many treasures. Actually, let's see if we can hunt for, oh, we have Boots of Magic Find now, so yeah, let's take the rare. Hey! That wasn't nice. That was my gold Captain Hook going away forever. That's not nice. Let's get more dragons. Let's get more treasures. Let's get a thousand sword. And I'm really glad about that Mockingbird now. Although I guess Sneak would be good too here. Ooh, Hand of Midas, great. More golds. Alright, well it's an evil twin, so I'm not going to stress too much about this. I guess this is in the wrong order now. I don't even know what just happened, and I still hunted. Oh, right, I have the, Just shoot everything now, please. Alright, Mimic, do your job. 60 treasures. Yeah, I got a bunch of treasures. And another pixie dust from... I'm sad. So, Rashi, your pixie dust... Like, serious question, Rashi. Your pixie dust gives 157, 157. And I just stole it with Gloves of Thieving. Why isn't mine plus 157, 157? Like, and I know why, like, I know code-wise why, but, like, game rules why? Why isn't it? Why isn't it? Will it be? I think it might be. Are we fixing that? I think we might have accidentally fixed that. Accidentally. I'm super excited if we did. I hope we did. I think it should be 157, 157. Yeah, I think we fixed that, and I'm super excited about that. Ooh, I really want the stroke, but what I really want is a bunch of treasures. Ring of Power. Oh, that's so disappointing. That's a terrifying... You know what? All it means is that, like... I think it's amazing to just think that, like, you might lose to your own treasure being stolen. That just, like, it's kind of an auto-balancing thing, right? It is... The main argument I could see against it is that Gloves of Thieving is actually, like, really good already. But I don't think it's so good that that buff is unreasonable. Does Mecha Man ever play on a board with this many stats? I don't think so, but I think I'm going to bank it. Because I might change my mind later. And then Mockingbird makes sense, because otherwise it's not getting enough stats on the resummon. Yep, we're still here. Alright, well that's big, but I think my Mimic is likely to take that out. This is a lot of scam, though. This is a scary amount. That was a really good try, Jackson. Like I was wondering if you were gonna pull it off if I had missed something. Rashi gonna pumped by the time... Yeah, no, I'm... is it for async as well? I foresee complaints and confused Discord. Well, I don't know, like... Confused in what way? Like, how would it be confusing for async? I would assume it would work for async too, yeah. I mean, it might have bugs, like there might be situations where it should have stolen a treasure with a buff and it didn't, but if you see the buff, if I can see the buff on my opponent, it should be stealing it accurately. Like, there's no reason for that to be wrong. Do we have a bottle treasure? Do we have a bottle right now? Oh my god, so many treasures. I'm just like, this really needs to be in the front. Okay, it's empty. So Double does have some upside to just cast. But there's a gold Wormscale Tinkerer here, which is obviously better than the Scalator, so here we go. 4 times Pixie... Do we really have 4 times Pixie Dust? Are we... Holy crap! Oh my god, Rashi, you did this to yourself. If I have enough time to enact it in the first place. Look at this. I love this. This is not worth anything, so let's just dump this for value. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rashi, if you haven't somehow scaled insanely. Yeah, this is that's a good start, Rashi. That's a real good start. You might have this one, but I've got the back end if I need it. No, you're not making it. Good try, good try, good try, good try. You take half heart. Oh, just kidding. All the way up to 6... Oh, God. That's gotta suck, being like, I'm up to 637 on my Pixie Dust, and I never found another treasure. I'm so sorry. If you had found, like, a single another thing to do with this, I would have probably been in actual trouble there. How could my opponent possibly have this when the answer is that they stole it in another game? Looking forward... Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. That won't last forever, though. That will only last until I implement the code that's gonna essentially replay the actions in the correct order such that what you'll see on their screen stolen will be stuff that they stole from your game, which, yes, it will change the strategies of what they're playing a little bit, and it might screw things up, and I don't care. It will actually make Gloves of Thieving really interesting in that it will make async runs with Gloves of Thieving in it way weaker, which is probably good. I like the fact sometimes that async boards are not as strong as the original opponents. It's a neat little system quirk that I think plays in our advantage, where they're real boards, but they don't like always exactly match. And I actually like to lean into that a little bit, but not like with what's the word? Not with like intentional debuffs or anything. Just the natural rules of the game just kind of favor the main player in async. And I do actually like that about our game design. I'm not sure that everybody on the team likes that, so I'm only speaking for myself on that one. But yeah, how often are players checking their opponent's treasures? I think that the time it would happen is if you're like, wow, what is their board? It's ridiculous. And you're like, where did you get a Pixie Dust with this numbers on, turn 8? You have nothing on your board. You don't have a Wormscale Tinker. Like, where did this come from? I guess it probably wouldn't be turn 8, but I could totally see it. I could totally see the complaint. But that will go away at the same time as I fix the whole, like, how did your Hercules get so big? I didn't let it hunt, and it tripled in size since I saw it last turn, right? We're going to fix all that stuff kind of in one big pass where I re-change how the system works for async. But it's going to be a few months minimum before I can get around to that, unfortunately. I'm super excited about it, but it's a lot of work. We have so many things to be working on, like Candylar, the sweet set. featuring Treasure Find. Actually, it's featuring Candy, but I have a Treasure Find card here, so I just wanted to say that. You got this cute little boy, and he brings a cute little treasure with him. Anyways, for those of you who might have missed the preview earlier, it's a tough like system to code because it has a lot of edge cases with things like random transforms and random steals and stuff. But like at the end of the day, the game will still play out, right? As long as your opponent has taken a sequence of actually legal actions in the game that you're playing, which is guaranteed because the game engine will force it, you will be playing against a real board that they created in that game that will be somewhere between 50 and 100% the same as what they approximately played. And then we just try to bump that 50% up over time as high as possible by working out the edge cases, right? And those edge cases are almost entirely Gloves of Thieving and Karma Chameleon. Like, everything else I'm not worried about. Everything else is just like, yeah, you're within a turn or two of what you would have had anyways, and not much has changed. I'm super excited to get to the point where hunts reflect... I think that's the biggest one I'm most interested in, is the one where hunts reflect the game that you played, so, like, you don't have to worry about that whole Hercules moment of, like, wait, where did it get so big? It doesn't make sense. A lot of the other stuff will be more subtle. But, you know, Karma Chameleon's part of that, right? Like, you didn't hunt with it, why should you get it? So, I don't know exactly how that's going to work. Anyways, I think I've got time for one more, and we might have enough people to do a live lobby, so I will see if that works out. Doesn't have to be, we could always do a async game if necessary. But I want to thank everybody for hanging out. This is an awesome community of awesome people who... I love your awesome questions, and thank you for playing my game. I'm gonna go back and catch up a little bit on the chat here while we see if people join. Fixed it by making it broken. This up for a minute here while I wait for people to join. So yeah, Candylar coming out sometime in October. We're working hard on it. The team is super excited by it. It really is a sweet set. There's a lot of sweet things in it. Definitely not using that word over and over because it's a word we use in the set. Definitely not. And if you ever get a sweet Little Lance from Lance a Little, then you will understand what I'm talking about when I say how sweet it is. Alright. Maybe I'll just do an async game here. I don't have time to wait around, but I do want to get one more game in. Let's do Trash Panda. Got my little deck here. It's got Combustible Dragon in it. That's fun. I'm gonna take Aladdin out. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep Aladdin in. It's Trash Panda. Yeah, I'll play one more game and then I'll probably have to get back to work. Unfortunately, it's a busy season, as I was saying, where we need to get Candylar done so we can get it out to all y'all. Who are we playing? We're playing... I'm gonna predict that this is better for me against Artemis. It wouldn't have mattered. But yeah, Candylar's coming along well, but we've got a lot of stuff to do, and it is... Don't want to miss that October date. It would be unfortunate. I'd be very sad. I want a toy or a Smee? I think I'll take the Smee. I don't love either of them. I mean, now I kind of want more... Oh, let's just take the egg. Let's get greedy. We'll take the egg. Do I change... What are you? Dorothy? Let's do this. This works. maybe I'm supposed to have Smee attacking before Aladdin just because Aladdin is less likely to stick her. I guess it's probably more likely. I'm going to silver it. I'm definitely going to silver it. Am I silvering it here? I think so. Because if you turn it silver with a spell, it still counts for Aladdin's ability when you silver me. So I get 2 of these. Ooh, 2 cursed rings. Oh, 2... I do like the double Robin Hood's bow, but it's going to be all concentrated on a single character, and it's just attack. Whereas if I can get this to fire even once this turn, it's just better for me. Because the health can be a big difference on these uncommons. But I might regret it. If I take this and I see no villains, I'm going to be very sad. I think I'm going to take this. It just works. It's just more consistent. Well, Minotaur would have been better, for sure. But let's take Pyrat, and let's get that going. Something like this, maybe. Lance a Little is one of the cards in playtesting I throw in everything so far. Yeah, it's one of those, like, just generically good cards that does a lot of stuff, and I feel like the community has made it clear that the bar is pretty high on commons because of just the way the shops work, and this is inherent to any system that would do pooling at all across rarities of any sort. But just like commons fall off so fast, but also in the beginning turns, the more commons you have in your pool, just like the less likely you are to silver and gold them, and like that's just unavoidable. We can't fix that with rules changes, really. So you just don't want any more commons than necessary in your pool because you're just less likely to see the silvers and golds on turn 1, 2, and 3 when you most want those common silvers and golds, right? This is such a bad spell. I wish I didn't have to, but I don't want to spend my buff on like a common, and I don't want to take Prince Charming. Am I casting this spell? Am I really? I guess I could put it on Pyrat, which is like, has a ton of attack, so it's not completely terrible. Foul Lich is nice. I like Foul Lich. Foul Lich is nice. I can do Foul Lich. I think we're just getting rid of... Oh, actually, Smee's still good for the Pyrat. I think it's better. But I do want the animal. Do I want the extra animal more than I want the bigger Aladdin? I think I do. Okay. Lance a Little on Electrake is the immediate way I see to make the treasure. Yeah, exactly. It just goes straight into Electrake. It's a nice little card for that one. Okay, so we live... Almost. That was really close. Like, a little bit different RNG or numbers and we would have had it. Okay, White Whale's not completely terrible. I'm taking Combustible Dragon because it's a rare. But I also like it. I think it's fun. I know, deep strategy here from Alexis. It's both a rare and fun, so you should take it. As opposed to White Whale, which is an epic and not very much fun, so you should transform it. Okay, well, we've got Wormscale Tinkerer on turn 5. So that's fun. And I have Itsy Bitsy Spider still on turn 5, so that's also fun. And we're playing against someone named Calzone. Real fun. We actually killed something with the Tinkerer, so that was funny. Or sorry, with the dragon. All right, so we're up to this is like gonna just keep going up. This is great. In theory, if you had way more starting health, it would perhaps be better to play a lot of commons, have a thinner deck, and silver gold you're higher. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. And I could see like there being a captain in the future where it would make sense, like. I don't know, like, imagine a captain that was like, every shop make something silver automatically or whatever, like, which is, like, obviously insane, but, like, I don't know. Yeah, hard to figure out. Okay, so True Love's Kiss on the Tinkerer for a secret rare at this stage is hilarious, but, like, I'm quite happy with my little combo here. Like, I don't think I'm supposed to get rid of my Tinkerer, especially on this guy. So I think I'm taking a rare. So this is fine. Let's finish buffing the back row here. I guess I could have taken... Okay, this is nice. I like this. Okay, so we have Tinkerer. So this is just going to build up really well. I do like the Shattered Shield here. Let's take the Shattered Shield. I want to Captain's Force... Well, if you like rethinking the rules of deck building, have I got a set for you. It's called Candylar, the Sweet Set. And in this set, we have characters that bring treasures with them into your deck. There's other things about the set, too, that also change how you think about deck building. And I think that's something that we're going to play around with a lot in Space, is finding different ways to make deck building matter. And then, you know, making sure we give you theme decks and stuff to make it so that you don't have to think about deck building if you don't want to. You can still access all the fun treasures and spells and other stuff. There's also cards in the set. Wow. That's deep, man. That's deep. Do I want Abra, or do I just want to try again? I think I just want to try again. Also, I just want, like, every treasure I can find right now, because the sooner I get them, the more Tinkerer just takes over the game. Yeah, I think I just want more treasures. More and more treasures. Give me treasures. Timeline Duplicator. I mean, this is a treasure with numbers. This is a treasure with numbers. Double this bonus. Okay. Does this actually double correctly, or is it just give it... I guess it would have to, because it is exponential. Yeah, let's do that. I don't hope to lose too many more fights, but I still think that that's just the better treasure. Like, it's just as many stats as the other one, and it'll go up faster if it doubles. Yeah, exactly. I don't think I'm losing anytime soon. Bronze Goose is slightly smaller than Lich, but transformable. I'm not losing anything else on this board. I think that's the only consideration I'm having is... And I'd like to have animals in front so I could get those last 2 slot buffs, because why the heck not? So yeah, let's do that. It's like, whatever. There is a configuration of attacks here, like, that's part of it, where I do lose this. That was closer than it looked. Complete those slot buffs for Ship Shape. Streamer's already on it. I played it before in Electric, and I would have submitted a bug if it didn't work. Oh, okay. You mean this. Yeah, okay. That's fair. Oh, yeah. The question wasn't necessarily like... I don't, you know, pay attention to every bug, right? Like, I don't know what we're tracking necessarily every moment. I don't care about the bolts. I definitely want to get something. I guess Anne Bunny's maybe... Oh, Anne Bunny's better than Bronze Goose, at least. So we could do like this. I don't care about Queen of Hearts. Lost in the Woods. Jasmine Dragon. Okay, I like Jasmine Dragon. Is Jasmine Dragon better than Anne Bunny or better than Pyrat? It's better than Pyrat. But Mama Bear's probably next. I guess I should be probably putting the Mama Bear in a different slot. That's probably not the slot I wanted buffed. Small mistake. Go left? Oh, I didn't need to because this silly little combustible dragon likes to blow things up. Ooh, Flopsy's nice. Okay, where does Flopsy go? Flopsy goes in the 8... Oh, right. Yep, okay. Mama Bear, you gone. Get out of here. That's a big Daisy Jones. And I have a thing that I can even trigger if I'm getting greedy. So we can do this. And then... I think I really do just want this to go off, and then I'll swap this back later. Boom. Boom? Yeah, we boomed. All right. Take that, Calzone. That's a wrap. I think I want the Captain Hook. But, like, what am I taking it over? Like, am I giving up on the Tinkerer? The Tinkerer is not actually doing that much. But it's, like, so good late game that it just seems greedy to ever replace it. And I can't replace this. This is like the card. This is the fun stuff right here. Do I replace Jasmine Dragon? It's so bad. Everything here, like I'm going in like 5 different directions. I think I want the Captain Hook. I think Jasmine Dragon's going. You're gonna hate me for this. Everyone's gonna hate me for this. Okay. Ooh, okay, great, cool. Sorry, this should be like this. Ooh, that's big, but it doesn't buff a bunch. Triggering the buffed Shattered Shield for it matters too. It's about the greed. It is so about the greed. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that, but you're right. This probably should... yeah, but this does mean I have to put Daisy Jones in that slot. I guess I could... I don't need the hook to be hunting right this second. Maybe this is better for, like, this turn. Is there any world where I take Mockingbird under the assumption that I'm moving towards a different world? I think I just bank it if I do. Alright, let's get some... Yeah, no, it does. It definitely is triggering the Shattered Shield. That's great. I love it. Navi, you are not worth it. Through the Looking Glass, is there anything I would through the Looking Glass here? Probably not. I think we just take the Navi for later. Ooh, that's a giant Merlin. I just want everything, but I have no open slots. I'm being like really stubborn with everything here. I really should get rid of something going on here. Probably, if I'm being honest, it's probably the Combustible Dragon. Is it time? Is it time to get rid of the Combustible Dragon? Okay, goodbye, Combustible Dragon. Alright, well, Flopsy buffing Flopsy is certainly rude. I don't want this baby bear. Don't be honest, that's boring. I don't need Oberon. Oberon can go in the bank. But now I don't have to mess with my positioning. My positioning's perfect for everything. Yeah, this player apparently... Oh, hey! That was my hook. This player doesn't look like they're going to catch up to me. And they have a pretty high MMR. It's not like it's a low-end player. They just aren't doing as good as I am with this ridiculous Flopsy. Which means I can put Nameless One on the board instead of... Yeah, forget it. Goodbye, Jasmine Dragon. Goodbye, Daisy Jones. Let's just crush our opponent into little tiny bits. See if 3 Blind Mice can solo the board. I think he can, actually. Or she. They. And that's Once Upon a Galaxy. Thank you for playing. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. This was a fun little stream, little depth stream. I don't want to do too much longer. I got a lot of work to do. But I did want to give everyone a last chance to ask any questions they wanted to about the game, or maybe about Candylar. I might answer a question about Candylar. I probably won't. Good games, Sparkle Hat. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for playing my game. This is a friendly reminder that if you haven't already, it really helps if you leave us honest, good reviews on our various platforms. On the App Store, you know, leave us 5 stars if you don't mind, and on Steam, give us a thumbs up and a nice little review if you don't mind. That really helps us as an indie company get kind of the ball continue to rolling. Tell your friends, you know, lots of ways to help us out. If you love this game, you don't have to necessarily buy all the premium cosmetics, but we appreciate that too. Candylar, the Sweet Set, is coming out middle of October, probably. Sometime in October for sure. Current expectation would be middle of October, but that date is not, it's not a firm date. It's kind of dependent on a number of things tech-related, how much we get done between now and then, essentially. But I'm super excited about it. It's got a lot of cool little things going on. It's got a lot of new cards, a lot of new mechanics, new things to do, new decks, new ways of playing. And it's got this cute little doggy who comes with a cool little treasure that lets you buff all your slots very, very early. Give us a spoiler on changes to the base set. Santa Claus is going away. Is that cheating? I don't know if everyone here already knows that. Goodbye, Santa Claus. It was fun. I don't think there's any changes queued up specifically for set 2 that are changes to base set cards rather than simply removing them and adding new ones. And I'm not going to spoil a new card that hasn't already been spoiled, but you should check out Yuck's stream and or our Discord, where we have spoiled, we just spoiled today a card called Rage Mage, which is an uncommon mage in the base set. For set 2, an uncommon mage. It's a 4/3, and it says, when you target one of your characters with a spell, buff its slot by +2/+2, essentially. So, yeah, if you've missed that, that was a spoiler from today. It's a fun one. But yeah, we got lots of changes coming, so I'm excited. A little cheating, it's okay. Well, I cheated twice, but I cheated in 2 different ways. Candylar, the Chandelar clone, when? If I have my way, sooner rather than later, but if most likely later rather than sooner. Uncommon, yes, it's an uncommon. It's a 4/3 uncommon. When you target me, or when you target any character with a spell, give it slot +2/+2. It's a really good uncommon mage, essentially. Anyways, thank you everybody for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go see if there's a clear destination to send a raid over to. Oh yeah, let's do that's admirable. He's admirable, and he's been playing this game for a while recently, and he's a good guy. So the channel is intended for mature audiences and has follower or subscriber only chat. I'm just reading you the warning. I think he's fine. I'm just letting you know that he might... Maybe he swears once in a while. I don't know. But yeah, I highly recommend him. Give him a shout out for me. And thanks everyone for stopping by. This was a great dev stream. I look forward to seeing you all next Tuesday or on Yuck's streams every morning. See you in the Discord. Thanks a lot.